let us settle into this time and place with a very special prelude from our choir.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Dr. Molly Hausch-Gordon, the minister of this congregation. I'm so delighted to see you all here this morning. I'm a white woman in her 40s with red hair that's very long on one side and buzzed on the other. It's pulled back today, and today I'm wearing a dark but sparkly top of sequins and a teal blazer as we gather to think about the longest night of the year that we all cozied through last night as we marked the winter solstice. This is our annual solstice service, so welcome. Our opening words are by the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Parker. Perhaps for a moment, the typewriters will stop clicking, the wheels stop rolling, the computers desist from computing, and a hush will fall over the city. For an instant in the stillness, the chiming of celestial spheres will be heard as Earth hangs poised in crystalline darkness. And then, gracefully, tilts. Let there be a season when holiness is heard and the splendor of living is revealed, stunned to stillness by beauty. We remember who we are and why we are here. There are inexplicable mysteries. We are not alone. In the universe, there moves a wild one whose gestures alter Earth's axis toward love. In the immense darkness, everything spins with joy. The cosmos enfolds us. We are caught in a web of stars, cradled in a swaying embrace, rocked by the holy night. Babes of the universe. Let this be the time we wake to life, like spring wakes in the moment of winter solstice. As we mark last night's solstice, the shortest day and longest night of the year, it is good to be together, cradled in the swaying arms of the universe. Last night, we were as far away from the sun as we could go, tilted toward the dark of the cosmos. Now the days will grow longer as we slowly tilt back toward the sun. But first, we take a moment today to celebrate the richness and the depth of that dark. The darkness cradles us, bringing us time for rest. The darkness nourishes us, all of the seeds we plant that grow. The darkness stirs our imaginations, a vast and deep canvas across which we paint our dreams. So this morning, let us rest and be nourished, and let us dream as we deepen into celebrating the beautiful darkness and the glow that the light will bring it. We begin with a song. The hymn, O Holy Darkness Loving Womb, was written by feminist liberation theologian Jan Aldrich Clanton and set to the tune St. Louis, better known as O Little Town of Bethlehem. So your words are in your order of service, and hopefully some of you have the O Little Town of Bethlehem tune in your mind. If not, you'll catch on. And I invite you to stand or remain seated as you're most comfortable to join me in singing with gratitude and praise for the dark of winter. There's something about the way a candle glows in the rich dark, the meeting of opposites, and the beautiful sparkle that it brings. And so it is that we light our chalice this morning, a flame as we celebrate the darkest night, and the symbol of our faith in the cup of community and the flame of spirit that unites us. As I light our chalice, will you join me in the words of affirmation printed in your order of service? Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Good morning. I'm Jamila Batchelder, the Director of Religious Education here. I am a 47-year-old white woman with lots of dark blonde hair and glasses, wearing a midnight blue velvet blazer and a black dress. The pagan priestess Starhawk defines magic as the ability to change our consciousness at will. And if this is true, then we all perform a magical ritual each day. We cross over from waking to sleep. I don't think I fully appreciated the magic of going to sleep until I had young children. There's true magic that happens when you hold the person you love most in the world as they are held by the person they love most in the world. And there is such a deep trust and a sense of well-being, where a lullaby weaves into the air almost tangibly as you shepherd your child towards sleep. And you feel the muscles relax, the body grow heavy, and feel them finally slip into sleep. I remember times that moment felt so precious and so profound. And no less precious was when, after a long, hard day of chasing after small children, I could go to sleep myself and give myself this magic. This gift of giving myself what I most wanted and most needed. Solstice is often a celebration of the transition of, after reaching the shortest day, we can look forward to days growing longer and longer. But solstice can also be a celebration of these long winter nights and the magic offered in them of a time to sleep. So let's take a moment and close our eyes and make our bodies comfortable. And imagine that moment after the sun has slipped below the horizon. We talk of the colors of the sunset fading. But if you look closer, you see that they do not fade. They deepen. From periwinkle, streaked with pale pink, to the deepest indigo, into the most velvety of blackness, glistening all over with stars. This glittering darkness surrounds us, holds us, envelops us. Imagine it like a blanket and wrap yourself in it. And like the best blankets, it is both cloud soft and comfortingly heavy. Let yourself feel held, rocked by the universe, like a tender parent, whispering to you soothing words and sweet lullabies. And let yourself relax. Let yourself let go of trying, of all that external focus of doing and processing and analyzing and reacting. Just let yourself be. Let yourself sink down, deep inside of yourself, deeper into unconscious and subconscious, until you find yourself not just deep inside yourself, but deep inside the universe, so deeply held by all. Imagine a sensation, a time when you were fighting falling asleep, and at last you let yourself surrender to it. Remember how every fiber of your being, every cell in your body responded with the most gentle ecstasy of gratitude as they let go of the effort of being awake. Is there any better feeling in the world? Or perhaps it is the moment when you awake in your warm bed on a cold winter night, surrounded by darkness, and realize it's not yet time to wake. And you lie back in that perfect coziness of blankets, nestling down deep into the softness, and sleep again. This is the season of rest. This is a great gift and a great magic. Let us find time to cherish it. Let us make time to sleep. And may you sleep so deeply that your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul finally feel fully rested, refreshed, and ready for the new year ahead.
As we continue to hold this magic together, we're going to create the magic of community that we create each week with our ritual of stones and water. Those of you with us online are invited into a time of contemplation during quiet music, sharing your joys and sorrows in the chat for me to speak aloud in a moment. For those here in the sanctuary, it is our custom each week for those who wish to come forward and take a stone. Fill it up with all your hopes and fears, everything you carry with you this morning and would have help in holding. And then drop the stone into the water, which is the embrace of our community. Those of you in person who want to have your joy or sorrow spoken aloud can write it on the table at the back of the sanctuary to be shared during our time of prayer. Let us now hold one another with our ritual of stones and water. And we're going to conclude our time of prayer with a sung prayer that we sing sometimes together. Singing with you is my prayer. It's an a cappella song that we sing together, and you'll pick up the melody very quickly if you don't know it yet. So I invite you to join in when you feel able, and let's remain seated in a posture of contemplation for this one. It goes like this. Singing, singing with you, singing with you is my prayer. And laughing, laughing, laughing with you, laughing with you is my prayer. Crying, crying. resting, resting, resting with you, resting with you is my prayer, and dreaming, dreaming, dreaming with you, dreaming with you is my prayer. Amen. Our reading this morning is an untitled poem by movement facilitator and organizer Adrienne Marie Brown. What we seed in the dark grows. The darkness is so powerful that whiteness tried to turn the world against it. But the darkness remains, and darkness grows everything you love. And when everything dies, it returns to the delicious dark, the wet and waiting earth, who only operates in miracle. Nothing is broken inside the darkness. Everything is becoming life. Life longing for life, reaching up from a molten heart full of belonging, on the edge of flight, so driven. The darkness knows no separation. Memory is dream, is a thrill in the flesh. I race towards the poem that I alone can hear, and in answering the call, I remember I am nothing alone, nothing. Surrendering to the truth frees me, leaves me whole. I overflow with a thundering joy that only darkness can hold. What do you need? What does our species need? Write it down, everything, and show it to the dark. Whisper it to the dark. Fold it and plant it under your bed in the dark. So Adrienne Marie Brown asks us, what do you need? What does our species need? Write it down and show it to the dark. Fold it and plant it under your bed in the dark. This morning, we invite you to take a moment to consider what in your life, what in your heart, what in our world needs the deep nourishment of the dark in order to grow and blossom. We'll be passing around seed packets with lavender in them for you to plant under your pillow or keep somewhere special to remind you of what you love that grows up from the quiet and waiting darkness. As the choir sings to us once more, I invite those in the room to receive a packet and those at home to perhaps doodle or contemplate, filling up this packet of potential with your meditations on what new and fragile seedlings of love you wish to take root in the year ahead. Let us now contemplate with the help of our choir. There is so much I don't know about the nature of existence. But there is one thing I believe, borrowing a phrase from my colleague Nathan Ryan. We come from mystery. We will one day return to mystery. And every night we visit mystery for a while when we sleep and dream. At night, the darkness is a rich canvas against which the workings of our hearts and minds can paint their musings in glowing relief. In the richness of the dark, our senses are heightened, our imaginations are unleashed, our vulnerabilities allowed to open, our attunement to beauty awake to the mystery around us. The poet Billy Collins writes, "Every day the body works in the fields of the world, mending a stone wall or swinging a sickle through the tall grass, the grass of civics, the grass of money, and every night the body curls around itself and listens for the soft bells of sleep. But the heart is restless and rises from the body in the middle of the night, leaves the trapezoidal bedroom with its thick, pictureless walls to sit by herself at the kitchen table and heat some milk in a pan. And the mind gets up too and puts on a robe and goes downstairs, lights a cigarette and opens a book on engineering. Even the conscience awakens and roams from room to room in the dark, darting away from every mirror like a strange fish. And the soul is up on the roof in her nightdress, straddling the ridge, singing a song about the wildness of the sea, until the first rip of pink appears in the sky. Then they will all return to the sleeping body, the way a flock of birds settles back into a tree. In the dark, the heart waits, the mind wanders free, and the soul sings the mystery. There is so much that happens in the dark, in our sleep. In the dark, we dream. And every part of us, body, heart, mind, soul, every part of us needs this time of reverie. Our bodies need sleep to restore themselves. Our hearts and minds need dreaming to integrate the experiences of the day. Our souls need dreams to explore vast depths. And the world needs our dreaming too, if we are ever to imagine something better and make it happen. Whether we are asleep or awake in the dark, we dare to dream more freely, to imagine more beautifully than we can conceive of in the glaring light of day. We imagine possibilities that would shrink back in shyness from the brightness of the sun. Our dreams are shy, but perhaps we can create a culture that coaxes them forth. There's a children's story about a little boy whose dreams appear in the world as beautiful, colorful paintings drifting up from his head. You can almost see the illustrations in the picture book. In the story, the boy's friends discover that his dreams will stick to any wet surface. And one day when it rains, they wake to find his imaginings painted across the town. I wonder how we would behave if we walked around with our dreams trailing out from our heads or painted across the town. Would we live them out more fully? Would we treat each other more tenderly to see those beautiful dreams floating behind us? Would we take dreaming more seriously? Dreams open us to greater possibility. They remind us that mystery is our home and beauty is our birthright. Dreams open a way forward to the world that we hope for and imagine. Let us praise the darkness for calling forth our dreams. We're going to spend some time dreaming together this morning. And those of you who are moved are going to be invited to come to the back of the room, find a metallic marker or piece of oil pastel or white chalk, and then to use words or pictures or swirls of color or swirls of movement coming from your hand to add a dream or two for your life or for our world. For those who prefer, you may remain seated and enjoy a musical meditation for daydreaming. And for those at home, I'm going to use my phone to take you back to look at the art emerging on the back wall of the sanctuary, or you might wish to make some art at home. And I think Jamila has some additional instruction.
I would just say we were putting our dreams on our black night sky and not on the glass.
Oh, thank you. A very important instruction. We now invite you into a moment of daydreaming and co-creating dreams for our lives and our world, and some art together. what a beautiful dreamscape we've created together. Jamila observed that a lot of our dreams started merging with one another back there as we made art together. And isn't that a beautiful truth for our world? I'd like to invite you now into a litany of affirming our dreams together. And the litany is when I say a line and then you say back a line. And the line today for you is, "We dream beauty for our world." Can you practice that with me? We dream beauty for our world. In the dark of night, with heart, mind, and soul touching the mystery, we dream beauty for our world. In the light of day, when we would set a path toward all we love, we dream beauty for our world. In the twilight, when we rest in the beauty of in-between, we dream beauty for our world. At dawn, when we are full of hope, we dream beauty for the world. Because the weight of the world and its sorrows are close with us, we dream beauty for our world. Because we must imagine liberation before we can make it so, we dream beauty for our world. In the depths of our solitude, we dream beauty for our world. In the magnifying connections of our beloved communities, we dream beauty for our world. May it be so. And let us join in one last hymn, number 55 in your gray hymnals, Dark of Winter. I invite you to rise or remain seated as you're most comfortable. Now is the time in our service where we share the spiritual practice of generosity each week, giving gratefulness for the abundance of our world, the abundance of the dark and the light, and the abundance of our dreaming together, and our capacity to make them real, to make them material by sharing with one another. Our offering this morning is for the work of our congregation. Our ushers will circulate through the sanctuary with their plates for those who would like to give with check or cash. And we also have giving details in our order of service for those online or for those who would like to give by text or on the internet. And we are very blessed to have one more offering from our choir this morning as we take our offering. As we go forth and the days lengthen, let us carry the richness and magic of these winter nights with us. Let us linger in our dreaming. May you go forth cradled in the arms of the swaying universe to find rest. May you be nourished, and may all that you love take root and grow. And may we together paint beautiful dreams across the dark, swirling sky of our community. Go in blessing and be a blessing to a world that needs our care. I invite you to rise or remain seated to sing our benediction. You may join hands or put your hands over your heart if touching is not for you today. Let us go in joy.